Frannie, you wanna get in on this action? Hair and makeup, you guys good? I look okay? I'm ready to go? Wait, guys, hair and makeup, come back. Vlogtober day. Frannie's over here like. So Vlogtober day 20. I am still a little sick when I swallow. It's like hard to swallow. Once we get back to New York City, I definitely think I'm gonna set up a doctor's appointment just to make sure I don't have strep throat. Francis. Can mom focus right now? You guys asked the best questions. Oh my gosh. First question, what type of dog is Frannie? I got a ton of questions on Frannie, so let me break it down for you guys. So Francis is a miniature schnauzer. He's a boy, even though I call him Frannie. He doesn't want to identify with any gender, wants to be Frannie. I let him choose. He is about 18 or so pounds. He's black, he's mega coated, so he's got really thick fur for a schnauzer. It's really thick and curly. Most schnauzers have thinner hair and it's short. Frannie, no. He's over here like, are you talking about me, Mom? I hear you. Look at him nudging me. No. Okay, he is mine and Bart's dog together. We got him together. So we had just moved to DC. I had graduated flight attendant training and I had wanted a dog, and Bart said, I just need a hypoallergenic dog because he has really bad allergies. And originally I wanted to adopt one at the shelter, but Bart can't deal with shedding and the dandruff on dogs because he just has really bad allergies with them. So I had to get a hypoallergenic dog. So there came Frannie, and he was the most adorablest puppy in the entire world, I think. And I'll tell you guys a quick story that made me just fall in love with Bart 1,000,000 times over. Is the first night we got Francis. We didn't have an apartment yet in DC. We were staying at a hotel while we were apartment hunting. And the first night that we had Francis, we put him on the floor in his little dog bed, and he wouldn't stop crying. He was just so upset. Bart, in the middle of the night, got up from his bed and literally slept next to Francis all night. And I just looked at him like, are you really getting on the floor and you're just gonna sleep next to the dog? And he just did it. And one, I thought, wow, this man can sleep anywhere. And two, the most kindest, selfless, gentle-hearted man I've ever met in my life. That was just one of the most amazing things that Bart's ever done. It just blew me away. So that's the Frannie story, guys. Okay, how do you deal with rude passengers? I think in any service industry, there are rude customers. You know, people are just having a bad day, and that's really how I take rude passengers or customers. I think you guys are just having a really bad day, and this is an opportunity for me to try to make your day better, not for me to add to your bad day by reciprocating your behavior. So most of the time, if I deal with a rude passenger, I'll just try to keep smiling. I'll try to keep very calm and be very sympathetic to them, and just understand that they're going through something, and it's not me, it's them. Can you recommend 3 channels on YouTube that you usually watch? I thought this was such a good question. I always love to hear what channels other people watch. So number 1, Jerusha Couture TV. She's my OG YouTuber. I've been watching her for like 3 years. I've been watching her for so long. She's an Australian luxury handbag YouTuber. I just absolutely love her. And a few months ago, you guys, she followed me back on Instagram. And I died. I said, oh my God. I think I took a picture of it. I told my husband, Jerusha followed me back. And then she commented on one of my comments or one of my pictures, and I died, you guys. I thought this is the best day of my life. Okay, second YouTuber that I love to watch is Wonderfully Al, or Allie. I always say her name wrong because it's spelled A-L-E, and I just think Al. I don't think Allie. I want to leave that E off. You guys, she is a flight attendant YouTuber, friend of mine. She isn't flight attendant YouTubing right now. She's mommy vlogging and mommy YouTubing because she just had a baby, so she's on maternity leave. I'm friends with her personally, and she is the sweetest, most nicest, caring, calming person. I absolutely love her. I watch all her videos, even though some of them have nothing to do with my life. And like, what are the best baby products? Okay, Allie, let's find out what the best baby products are, even though I don't have a baby. You guys, honestly, she's so great. Her voice is so calming in her videos, and she's so genuine. I just absolutely love it. I think we should all stop what we're doing right now and go follow Allie on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. Just kidding, I don't know all those if she has those. And my third one that I follow on the reg is Eric Conover. I did one collab video with him, and I was like, when I first met him, my heart was like pounding because I was a subby of his and a fan. Like, I was just like, Eric, you're amazing. He started off with daily vlogging, and then with him and his girlfriend, they went through a little bit of a breakup, and he stopped daily vlogging and he just started doing one video a week. And I just respect him so much because I feel like everybody wanted him to continue daily vlogging, but he said, no, I have to do what's best for me. And he stopped daily vlogging and he just started doing one video a week. Like, his videos, you guys, are amazing. He's such a nice guy. I've worked with him, met him. He's going places. Okay, I get this question a lot. How can you afford the living expenses in New York City and all the luxuries like handbags on a flight attendant salary? So I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. Flight attendants, the first few years, do not make anything. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I worked full-time my first year and I probably made $24,000 or $25,000 my first year as a flight attendant, working the full month as, you know, regular flight attendant. It's not a job that pays a ton of money in the beginning. Every year you get a bump in salary. In the beginning, you guys, you just don't make a lot on a flight attendant salary. I know you see me living in New York City, you see me, you know, not working as much. You guys, I am not just a flight attendant. I am also a YouTuber. And when I get this question, a lot of people say, she's a YouTuber. They comment for me. They take the words out of my mouth. So I'm like, oh, well, that question's been answered. But yes, you guys, I am married. Bart has a steady job, a salary. As of right now, I consider YouTube my full-time job and my flight attendant job as my part-time job. I still love being a flight attendant. I honestly think it's the best job, one of the best jobs in the world. And anytime I meet anybody who doesn't know what they want to do, I'm like, be a flight attendant, you guys, be a flight attendant. It's amazing. Travel the world, like, be a flight attendant. But I always say it doesn't pay a lot in the beginning. You gotta stick with it. Okay, what is the scariest experience you've had on a flight? All right, this was a few years ago, and it was from coming back from Sao Paulo to JFK, and we were landing, I think, at like 5 a.m. at JFK, so it was very dark outside. I don't know if something happened with the PA system or what was going on, but no flight attendant on board heard the captain say, flight attendants prepare for landing. So we had no idea, you know, looking outside, we had no idea if we were getting close or not. It was a foggy day. And so flight attendants were in the aisle, passengers were in the aisle, things were not put away, and we landed. And you guys, when you land an aircraft, it feels like there's, you know, you're going so fast and you hit that ground, it feels like it's so forceful. I thought the plane had did this, and I thought we were going down because none of us knew that we were landing. And I will tell you, I called my mom after that. I was crying. It was the scariest thing ever. All of us talked to the captain after, and he said flight attendants prepare for landing, just the PA system malfunctioned and none of us heard it. And that was the scariest flight attendant moment ever for me. What flight booking apps or website do you use if you plan a trip outside of work? So guys, one of my favorite websites is cheapoair.com, cheapoair.com. I will go there and it'll do like a mass search. So it'll search Delta, American, United, JetBlue, foreign airlines, domestic airlines. It'll search everything, and I'll put like my destination, like JFK, LAX, and the dates, and it'll give me the prices. And then from that website, I'll go to, like, let's say United has the cheapest price. Then I'll go to United website and then look and say, oh wow, yeah, that sure is the price. There's 2 tickets left at this price. And then that's where I'll buy directly from the airline's website, but I'll use Cheapo Air as a search engine to kind of sort out the cheapest flight. What was the hardest part of flight attendant training? Oh my gosh, you guys, the memorization. No lie, memorizing city codes, emergency equipment location on like 10 different aircrafts, seating assignments, plane layouts. Flight attendant training is so much memorization and emergency preparation. It's very little service oriented, and people think, oh, flight attendant training is probably so easy. No, you guys, get your flashcards, get your pens, get your pencils, get your magic markers, get comfortable shoes. Like, be prepared. It is not easy. Do you think you and Bart will be able to move back to California at some point? I hope, you guys. I hope so much. All of my family is in California. Bart has a ton of friends in California. We love California so much, the weather, the culture, everything. I hope we'll be fortunate enough one day to move back. Okay, oh, this is a great one. How do you choose your flight attendant outfit? Do the crew have to wear the same or not? Sometimes I see you in a dress and your crew with pants or a skirt. I'm just curious. Sorry for my bad English. Rita, Milan. Rita, you're fine. Oh my gosh, you're great. That's an amazing question. Okay, so you guys, our company, you know, every company is different, but our company gives us so many different options. So they give us 2 dresses, a long sleeve dress, a short sleeve dress. They give us 2 different styles of pants we can choose from, 2 different styles of skirts, white blouses, blue blouses, short sleeve, long sleeve. There's literally so many different combinations of stuff we're allowed to wear that it's awesome. I feel like I always have a choice, like, oh, do I feel like wearing pants this flight or this trip? Do I feel like wearing a skirt? Do I feel like wearing a dress? We can all wear what we want. We do not have to match. Everybody can wear what they're most comfortable in. Hey Stella, I love your vids. Hopefully you'll see this. Why are flight attendants required to carry a watch at all times? Thanks, XOXO Mexico. Okay, so you guys, we are required to have a watch in case of emergency situation. So this is a required piece of equipment as a flight attendant, because if there's an emergency situation where, let's say the captain says, hey, we're gonna have an emergency landing, let's all sync our watches. So everybody will sync their watches and we'll say, okay, I mean, down to the second, 10 seconds left for this, you know, 1 minute left for this, you guys. So everybody is on the same page. The crew is all on the same page. So it is a required piece of equipment. What is it like living in the heart of NYC? So you guys, I love living in New York. So does Bart. It has been such an experience. It's been so much fun. I will be honest, you guys, I've said this in the last video, we miss Financial District. It was a lot slower pace. It was more condensed. We didn't have to walk as far. Living in Midtown, there's so much traffic. There's so much honking, ambulance, sirens, people. It's such a crowded place that I'm telling you, as soon as our lease is done, we are going back downtown to Financial District or Tribeca area. I'm not staying in Midtown. Neither me nor Bart particularly like it. Hey Stella, my face-to-face interview is Monday. Any words of advice? Okay, best advice for a flight attendant face-to-face interview is to look like a flight attendant. These recruiters, when they are interviewing you, when they're looking at you, they're picturing in their mind, can this candidate be a flight attendant for this airline? So whatever you think a flight attendant looks like, that is what you want to look like. If you are applying to be a flight attendant at Emirates, I would recommend wearing a tan suit. If you're applying to be a flight attendant at Delta, maybe something purple, because those are their new colors. If you're trying to be a flight attendant with United or American, they're more of a blue, darker color. Wear a blue, dark dark colored suit. Look like a flight attendant. Second piece of advice is to smile until it hurts. Like when you leave that interview, your jaw should be hurting because you didn't stop smiling the entire time. How did you know Bart was the one, and what are the petty things you guys argue about? Honestly, you guys, I always tell Bart that we met on a dating app, and when I saw his picture, he had the most amazing smile. You guys know, you've seen Bart in my Instagram photos. He's just got such a warm, nice smile. One of the smartest people I've ever met in my life, but he's so humble about it, and he's just got that smile, and his heart is just, yeah. So I always tell Bart, I honestly knew you were the one when I saw your picture. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Is that creepy? So creepy. One of the petty things we argue about, you guys, we argue about cleaning. Oh my gosh. That is the number one thing we argue about. I am so much of a neat freak, a minimalist when it comes to, like, I don't like a lot of knickknacks and random little things. Bart brings rubber bands home all the time. He always has rubber bands. I don't know where he gets them. He likes to like set something down and then never go back and pick it up. And I like to set something down, finish it, and then put it back in its place. So I would say cleaning and just general organization is the number one thing that we are like. All right, let's see. How do you manage your life? Example, being a wife, a mother to Frannie, and being a flight attendant all at once. So, sorry guys, I'm like, my throat is hurting. I've got a lot going on. I'm always like, whoa, my brain is scattered. And so I write a lot of things down. And then I will be honest, you guys, I forget a lot. I'm like, oh man, there are no paper towels, there's no trash bags, and I have to run downstairs and get them. I do the best I can, and Bart's not hard on me when something goes wrong, which I love, and I'm not hard on myself. I'm just like, you know, I'm one person, I'm gonna do as the best I can and as much as I can, but I'm not gonna be hard on myself if something doesn't go right. What is the hardest part about being a flight attendant and why? I love your videos. You're amazing. Aw, thank you. What is the hardest part about being a flight attendant and why? Okay, nutrition, eating. You guys, I know there's no excuses, but honestly, for me, I'm so tempted when I'm at the airports to get McDonald's or get, you know, the bad food or the cheeseburgers, even if I pack my lunch. So I would say nutrition for me is the hardest thing about being a flight attendant. Just eating right when I'm at the hotels, on layovers, in the airport, on the plane. That's hard for me. Okay, how was reserve life when you first started being a flight attendant, and how was training? So you guys already know training was really difficult for me, tons of memorization. Reserve, I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult. It's difficult. You're getting called at 2:30 in the morning to be at the airport in 3 hours. You can't go back to sleep because now you're nervous because you have a trip. There's so much uncertainty. You cannot plan when you're on reserve because let's say I'm in reserve for the next 5 days. Well, do you schedule that workout class? What if crew scheduling calls you? What if you're in the subway and you have no service and crew scheduling calls you and you get a missed trip? It's just, reserve is like nail biting. It's intense and you just don't know. And it's so, what type of camera do you use and editing software? How old is Francis? Francis is gonna be 4 in January. I use a Canon G7X Mark II, but I also have a Canon T6i with a wide angle lens when I do sit down videos at home. And I use regular old iMovie to edit my videos on my MacBook Air. Why don't you ever wear earrings? Sometimes I've noticed ... why don't you ever wear earrings? You guys, my mom would love this question. I used to wear earrings all the time if you look at my old vlogs, but lately I've been into necklaces so much. So I have this necklace and then I have this gold necklace that I've been obsessed with. So I think if I have layered necklaces and then earrings, it's like too much for me. So I haven't been wearing earrings lately, but I should go back. I do love earrings. I do love a good stud. I don't wear a lot of dangly earrings, but studs, you guys, those are the things. That's such a funny question. How must one keep calm during the waiting game after sending a flight attendant application? Guys, it took me a whole year from the time I applied to be a flight attendant to actually getting it, and getting a training date took an entire year. It takes a really long time. When you apply, it takes a few days to get the initial test, like a online test, and then after that, you'll wait for like a phone interview, possibly a video interview, and then you'll wait for a face-to-face interview, and then you'll wait to see if you pass that, and then you'll wait for a medical exam, you'll wait to see if you pass that, and then you'll wait for a training date. And then you still aren't technically a flight attendant when you're going through training. You are not approved, I think by the FAA, you have to pass flight attendant training, and then once you get your wings after flight attendant training is when you're an official flight attendant. So, okay, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? I would start an animal shelter. Absolutely, 100%. I would start an animal shelter and give the animals that come to that shelter the absolute best life that they could possibly have. I mean, they would have down beds, pillows, more toys than they could imagine, the best food, and they would have wet food. If you could be anything in the world besides a flight attendant, what would you be? I would be the owner of my own company, which I will be shortly. Who's your celebrity crush? Oh my gosh, what? Oh, Liam Hainsworth. I know Miley has him, and I know he's quite a bit younger than me, but Liam Hainsworth I think is the most adorable, kindest, celebrity crush. All right, maybe corny, but what advice would you give to your younger self? To be more confident in myself and not worry about my weight, and yeah, because I'm telling you, when you're young, you guys, you have no confidence and everybody's worried about their weight. Just have fun, enjoy your 18-year-old bodies and be confident. Oh, when are you gonna tell us the secret project you're working on? You guys, I was gonna tell you at the end of the month, but it's been delayed, so I just wanna make sure that everything's on track and working out, and you guys, I've had so many guesses, and you guys are so close, and you've actually given me some ideas. So I was like, oh, okay, I can add that to my company, but it's something I've been working so hard on for the past 6 months. It's just something I've wanted for a really, really long time. I never had the confidence to actually do it, and now I have the confidence, I'm doing it, and failure is not an option. This is from Facebook. Why did you want to be a flight attendant? Because I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to see the world, and being a flight attendant was gonna give me that, and it has. All right, this one's from Twitter. In the first year of being a flight attendant, what kept you motivated to keep going? Because apparently the first year is the hardest one. Number 2, what's your favorite long-lasting but at the same time hydrating red lipstick? Okay, so number 1, what kept me motivated was just the excitement of seeing new places and getting to explore different cities, different countries, different areas of the world. It is very hard at first because people aren't used to being away from their family that much and then traveling that much and being in the airplane. So it is hard, but if you really want it and being a flight attendant for you, you'll know it within the first year. What's your favorite long-lasting lipstick? Red, I would say Anastasia Beverly Hills Ruby is my favorite red lipstick, and it's one of the only ones that doesn't dry my lips out so much. Guys, that was a lot of questions. Okay, guys, all of that with a sore throat. Guys, I tried to answer as many questions as I possibly could. I answered mainly from Instagram, some from my Facebook, and some from Twitter. If you guys have more questions, comment down below, and I will try to still answer more questions in the comments. I didn't say your Instagram names. I was gonna try, but you guys, it's so hard for me to say these Instagram names. I mean, they are like, you guys are creative with your Instagram name. So, see you guys tomorrow.